right, here we go. Breaking news, everybody. We have a new lawsuit. Michael Ilesanmi from 90 Day Fiance. You know him famously with Angela Deem. They were married in 2020 in Nigeria. Not for much longer. Woo. And now today, this afternoon, he has filed a countersuit against Angela Deem. We're going to get into all the details, but the gist of it and why you are here at the Sarah Fraser Show podcast is because Michael wants spousal support from Angela Deem. He alleges physical and verbal abuse. Well, we kind of knew that. I mean, is that out of left field? Not really. He is alleging Angela has been physically and verbally abusive to him. He is saying he wants spousal support. He came here to the United States, and since the two of them have separated, he cannot afford to live. Now, how's that going to work? You just raised $45,000, honey, in 3 hours on a GoFundMe. I mean, but I know, look, the courts, I can tell you right now, I don't have a lot of experience with the court system and family courts, but I think Michael he'll probably get spousal support. I'm not kidding. Like, ooh, honey, marriage is so great financially if you can make it work. But if you can't make it work, it is so rough. And the party, the person that does the least gets the most. Now, look, Michael is a huge fan favorite. And I will say, now, I have a lot of sources that are close to Angela, that have been on 90 Days, that love Angela, that have a lot of different opinions. But the edit she gets, for better or worse, from TLC makes her look abusive. It does. Like, nobody can deny that. So Michael now says he wants spousal support. And this is the wildest thing in this filing, okay, which is dropped today. So Michael has hired an attorney. He's hired an attorney. We'll get to that because some people think that his attorney is a YouTuber. Now that would be a tournament. Who are you hiring? Oh, I'm hiring a YouTuber. Okay. Some people think his lawyer's a YouTuber, but here are some of the biggest things in this counter filing, because we all know a couple of weeks ago, Angela Deem filed to have an annulment of her marriage to Michael. She wants out. She says, he scammed her. He came here to the United States solely for a green card to become an American citizen. Now, Soulja Boy, aka Usman, who used to be with Kimberly, came on my podcast, and he did not have great things to say about Angela, but he basically said Michael wants that green card more than anything and will do anything for it. You can go back and listen to the Sarah Fraser Show podcast. Just Google Soulja Boy, Usman. He had a lot to say about both of them because, Soulja Boy is Nigerian. And Michael was a part of that Nigerian group here. Now, Michael says it's support. Other people have said these are scammer groups that low-key help people, Nigerians, other men, other women that come here, figure out how to stay here and get the green card, become an American citizen. Back to this countersuit that Michael just filed today. Michael wants spousal support. He also gives a warning to Angela in this counter filing for her to not delete any videos, not to delete any text messages, anything that could be used potentially against her or information that's documented. So that's very interesting to me. That makes me think, are there videos out there of what? Like, could she be more physically abusive to him that we've never seen? I mean, what? Or is that pretty standard when you're filing like a counter lawsuit or counter annulment? I don't know. But anyway, she is on notice that she cannot delete any videos, text messages, anything that they could pull. So he files this today. He has hired an attorney. Now, this comes after this wild GoFundMe that launched just last week. Now, he initially started this GoFundMe, Michael did. He was setting it at $50,000, but then he wanted to be more realistic, so he dropped it way down to like 20-something thousand. Within 3 hours, the dude hits the 25,000 mark and like more. He's at like $44,000, $46,000 as of today. So he did hire a lawyer, but don't come for me. Don't come for me. Screen Rant puts out a story that says that Michael was spotted by 90 Day Fiance fans, TLC fans at a tire shop, and he took pictures with everybody. He was sweet as can be. You know, Michael has that sweet face. He's got that sweet little smile. Took pictures, but people are there like, are you getting new tires? Are you getting new rims? Like you're taking these pictures and you just had this GoFundMe. Did you just buy a new car? No, this is what Screen Rant's putting out there. So you gotta, like, I don't know. Now maybe he just needs a tire change. I don't know. You know, someone go and find Michael. And is he got a new whip? Like, what's going on? But that raised some red flags, and Screen Rant was all over this story. And they go, just FYI, he's out here at a tire shop taking photos. Now, everybody needs new tires, guys. You know, it could be as innocent as that. I don't know. But he's got this GoFundMe. He has hired an attorney. They are essentially countersuing, and he is citing cruel treatment by Angela and is asking for support in this annulment. He has responded. It's not necessarily a countersuit, but he has responded. Michael wants a divorce as well. Angela Deem filed that annulment on June 20th. She claimed that Michael fraudulently induced petitioner into a marriage for the purpose of gaining legal permanent residency here in the United States. After responding to the annulment, you know, she says he's came here, obviously scammed her. I said all that part. Michael further argues that his marriage to Angela was valid in his counterclaim for the divorce. The parties herein were lawfully married on January 27th, 2020 in Nigeria and have lived as husband and wife until their separation. The parties' marriage was a result of a valid relationship entered into voluntarily by both the parties. Well, I think that's true. The parties' marriage meets the statutory requirements. Okay, this is what he is saying. The counterclaim for divorce, Michael states that his marriage with Angela is irreparably broken. Respondents shows to the court that there are no present prospects of a reconciliation. Like, these two are toast. They're really done. And it's in the best interest, and Michael agrees that their marriage be terminated. More from the filing. The respondent additionally brings this counterclaim for divorce and other relief on the ground that the petitioner is guilty of cruel treatment against him. Specifically, Angela has committed both physical and mental abuse against Michael during the course of the parties' marriage. This abuse has occurred both privately and publicly. Oh, boy. And now you're dragging TLC into it? Oh, they ain't going to be happy. Some of this abuse was documented while the parties were present and filming reality TV. The abuse is largely what led to them separating in February of 2024. Michael is asking for spousal support. Does it say how much? I wonder how much spousal support that he wants. In addition to spousal support, Michael says it doesn't, at least in this claim. I don't know how much he's asking for. In addition to spousal support, Michael says that he and Angela share assets, and those assets should be split evenly. Like what? Wow. Tangible and intangible, including but not limited to cash, checking, stocks. These two are in the stock market? What are we all doing wrong? Excuse me? Savings and various other financial accounts, furniture, car. He wants half her furniture. And real property. And the respondent, meaning Michael Ilesanmi, should be awarded an equitable division of these assets of the parties. Oh, honey, he getting half her rugs. Oh, my Lord. This is going to get really nasty. This is going to get very nasty, you guys. And Angela is warned. This is so interesting to me. They must believe that there's a chance Angela could destroy some evidence. Like Michael, there has to be some sort of smoking gun. Michael must have said to his attorney, there's a video of her doing something to me, and you better make sure she doesn't delete it, because Michael's counterclaim for divorce includes a section making sure Angela is aware that she cannot delete any evidence that may be relevant to the divorcing proceedings. Now, are these two going to, they're all over social media. So are they going to continue to be over social media? Because these two, like, if it's this level, right? If we're down to splitting honey, he wants half of the coffee mugs in the house. Are they supposed to be on social media talking? Because I see a lot of them on social media, both. On top of that, people are wondering if the popular Ife's Kitchen, oh my God, am I killing her name? She's also Nigerian. She has like an enormous, she's like 2 million followers. Am I saying her name wrong? I'm probably mutilating her name. Is it Ife? Ife? Anyway, she has Kitchen Queen, Ife's Kitchen on Instagram, 2 million followers, multi-award winning culinary expert, TV cooking show host. She's a YouTuber, but she's also a lawyer. She just put up a picture with Michael. People are wondering if this is his attorney. Now, I feel like probably they both are famous, so that's why they're doing it. But Michael was seen taking a photograph with her, what looks like in her kitchen, and she asked fans if they knew who she was with. Of course, people did. Everybody was like, oh my God, I love Michael, Team Michael. She wrote, see who I have here in her caption before adding most of her followers know Michael and follow his story closely. Still, Ife asked her fans to name him and tell her where they knew him from. In the photo, Michael sat next to the influencer dressed in an off-white t-shirt with a black cap, making a thumbs up gesture while smiling for the camera. Michael also commented on the post with a raised hand emoji and a red heart. Now, I have heard from my sources that neither one of these two are supposed to be doing interviews. Because now we got lawyers involved. Because they're both under contract with TLC. I mean, they make pretty good money with TLC. Allegedly, but this is from a fairly credible source, that each of them make $15,000 an episode. They're two of the highest paid personalities on TLC. Now, someone asked Ife where she found Michael. She replied that they were in Houston. Someone joked and told her not to pose next to Michael because Angela might catch her. Catch me outside. A different follower, Home Solutions _NG, commented, Ife is now Michael's lawyer because cooking made us to forget her profession. She replied to them with, you made me laugh out loud now. According to sources, Ife is a lawyer and an award-winning food blogger. She practices corporate lawyer in ACAS law at a top firm in Nigeria. Wow. She successfully merged both careers as a lawyer and celebrated chef. Good for her. Both Michael and the celebrity food influencer came from Nigeria and have bonded over their common roots. Michael likely filmed a special video to share a recipe that he missed from back home. Meanwhile, Michael will surely keep fans updated about his legal proceedings and contributions. So who's his attorney? Does anyone know? Anybody on this live know? There is your breaking news update, by the way. So I wanted to do a podcast. You can go, I mean, you heard it here. You watched the live here on the Sarah Fraser Show TikTok. I'm live on TikTok as well. But you can also listen to the podcast, The Sarah Fraser Show. I'm obsessed with TLC shows, TLC personalities. I just had Mary Brown from Sister Wives on. TLC has the most amazing programming, I think. My 600-Pound Life. Not a single person is single on that show. Now, why everybody wants to go live with me? Why? Like I've like 100 live requests. Like why? No. Does anyone have any other information about Angela Deem or Michael Ilesanmi? Because that's the only reason I want to go live with you. Like, why does everyone want to go live? Why? We're gonna battle like Jason Nash? Like, what is the point? I was just hoping Michael or Angela were on here and could set the record straight. That's what I was hoping. But nobody seems to offer any other information. They just want to go live. Well, DM me why we should go live together and we can do a collaboration. And oh my gosh, I could never forget about the DMV. Dre BOO says, Sarah Dunn forgot about me in the DMV. Never. Love my DMV family. I am enjoying Los Angeles, though, I will say. I do love my LA life out here. It is really fun. But the DMV made me. Okay, we're going to continue to have breaking news and updates about Angela Deem and Michael Ilesanmi's divorce, which continues to get red hot. Bye, everybody. Love you guys. Keep listening to the Sarah Fraser Show podcast. Bye.